Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, going to take up this tiny UMX airliner. Have some fun with her. It's the twin 70 millimeter FREEWING AL-37. Got a 7-channel Lemon RX Gen 2 with, I think I have a satellite. I do not have a satellite. Yeah, I do. I got a satellite. Okay. Just didn't see it. Lights all over. This is not a fighter jet. You're not going to fly her like a fighter jet. I mean, now, Two Brother John, he might, but the Neo from E-Flight does better that way. But this is just about big, beautiful, majestic passes, just showing it how beautiful this plane just cruising on by.
Motor is on.
Timer set for 5.5 minutes in my high rates. Get her turned around here. You can see the lights of this beautiful plane. All right. All right. Start my timer over. Take off flaps. And here we go.
Flaps are up. Gear up.
Starting to get later in the afternoon now. Can really see the lights of this beautiful plane.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
That is beautiful. So beautiful.
Retracts deployed. Landing flaps.
Bring it by, landing flaps and everything down.
Flaps are up.
Don't leave the gear down.
Landing flaps.
Go around.
Flaps are up. Time remaining 4 minutes. Landing flaps. Hitting the brakes. Cruise mode. Flaps are up.
That was probably one of the best landings I've ever had with that, because my goal is to always touch those mains down right at the very end of that runway. And the reason that's important for me is that if I ever decide that I can handle that SR-71 Blackbird, I would have to put the mains down in that first part in order to get her to stop. I want to check the battery real quick because I'll be honest, I still got 3.5 minutes, but I was talking while I changed batteries, and sometimes I'll put an old battery back, a battery I just used, right back in there. So let's make sure. Yeah, I'm fine. Still got 71%. So I just had to satisfy my curiosity. So sorry about the interruption, folks. All right, 3.5 minutes. Let's keep on getting these passengers where they need to go. They need to go circles around in the field. They need to do circles in the field. I wish our runway wasn't so bumpy, but I am just thankful to have a runway, period. Those guys that have grass runways, this thing will do okay on grass, but just remember you're gonna, got to get out of that grass quick and make sure your grass is nice and trimmed.
Take off flaps. Flaps are up.
Nice scale takeoff there,
Up.
if I do say so myself.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right, well, I'll cut it down the middle here. Show the belly.
Retracts deployed.
I'll come by dirty.
Landing flaps. Flaps are up. Landing flaps.
Don't like that approach. Too high.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
They're out. For that approach is better.
Hitting the brakes. Cruise mode.
A little rougher of a takeoff or landing this time, but that's okay. Let's see if we can't get a greaser this time. Yeah, I can tell I have not flown this plane in a while. All right.
Take off flaps.
Ready for departure.
Flaps are up. Gear up.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
1 minute.
All right, there's our minute warning.
Tracks deployed. Landing flaps.
Flaps are in, ladies and gentlemen. We're making our final approach for landing at LaGuardia. A little high, but that's okay.
Hitting the brakes. Cruise mode.
Beautiful
30
plane.
seconds.
Absolutely gorgeous plane.
Hitting the brakes. 20 seconds. Cruise mode.
All right. We had 18 seconds left
Take flaps are up.
on a 5.5 minute timer. Check our battery real quick before we do everything else.
Prop is secured.
Prop secured. Okay. %, left, so a 5.5 minute timer is perfect on a 5. This is actually a 5200 HCL pack, so still a 5000 is fine. And all right, honey, I want you to zoom in on the controls as I show them. Flew in my high rates, okay. Ailerons, 100% with 30% expo. Elevator, 125%, and they're mechanically set for the most throw with 40% expo on the elevator. And rudder, 100% with 40% expo also. All right, flap system, which I find It will climb with landing flaps, but I like that because when I'm coming for landing, I kind of have to hold that elevator in, and I just have better control holding her in. So I like that. I do have a mix, but she still wants to balloon. But these are the flap settings. Flaps up are 100%, no mix. Takeoff flaps are a 40% with a 4% down elevator mix. Landing is 0%. Now I've got negative 14% down elevator, but I still have to hold a little down elevator in. You know what?
Takeoff flap.
I'm sorry. I just told you wrong. That's up elevator.
Takeoff flaps.
Elevator for takeoff are 40% with 4% up elevator.
Landing flaps.
And landing is 0% with 14% up elevator. But that holds it in. I kind of have to hold that in. I like the way that reacts. Now you could probably say, well, just if you got to hold up elevator, then, you know, or down elevator, then why do you have up elevator mix? It helps. It's just the way the plane feels when it comes in. That's what works for me. You do what you want. You could probably do away with no elevator mix, but I like having to hold that in. That just gives me a little more discipline, but that's just me. It's whatever works for you is what you do. That's what you do is what you do. All right. That's my flying rates. We already set the time. We already saw how much is left on the battery. Couple of things about the plane. CG on the plane is right dead middle. If you look on top of the wing, you see this first main big end arrow there. Right in front of it, I got a black mark, and their CG is actually on the wing. It's actually written and embossed on the wing in raised letters. And she CG's slightly kind of favoring nose heavy on that CG. Okay, so that's a good, and that's fine with this kind of a wing. Okay. Big plane, obviously. Let's cycle that gear in because it's important for you to pay attention to how long it takes. Trying to stay a grip of this plane and not lose it while I'm doing this. Okay, gear going up. Okay. Now what I want you to do is pay attention to how long it takes for them to go down. We'll start counting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Allow yourself 6 seconds. 6 seconds is what you should allow for your approach. Okay, so basically, if I'm going to land here, I'm going to put the gear down out there, and that way by the time I come all the way around and I put my land, I know my gear's down. When in doubt, do a gear pass. Go by and make sure your gear's down. I mean, kind of embarrassing to land on your belly just because you didn't give it time for the gear to come down. All right, well there you go, folks. That is the AL-37 Twin 70 from Motion RC's where you buy it, and FREEWING is the manufacturer, and it is just, she's dirty. I need to clean her. She got gunk all over the belly of her. Just a good flying bird, not a jet fighter. Okay, you're not flying an airliner to be a jet fighter. If you want to fly an airliner like a jet fighter, then buy the E-Flight Neo, because you can fly that like a jet fighter. This is meant for big, wide, sweeping, elegant turns, making sure the pilot and the passengers do not spill their martinis. Okay. All right, God bless y'all. Camera Precious, thank you for filming. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. Hug your family, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, jets, and keep them in the air. Bye, y'all.